Hello, my name is Kerry and I'm a tarot reader, a writer and author. I've been doing quite a lot of tarot, forecasts, astrology and esoteric content for Metro recently, and you'll find a link to that in this post if that is your cup of tea. You can also get one-to-one tarot readings with me, and I've just launched a Learn to Read Tarot Intuitively course, which is done over 2 weeks. So you can you don't need to come see me, you can do it yourself. And the link to my shop where all of that is available is in this post too. Shocker, today we're not doing tarot. Oh no. Today we're going to look at crystals. Crystals. Now, I like crystals. I've been a dabbler for ages, but then one of my best friends, her name is Bone Arrow. She is a sort of mystical silversmith, and she makes all of my crystal jewellery. She's wonderful. And as I've got to know her better, I've just got more and more into crystals. And I thought we would go through a little beginner's guide for you in case it's something that you are interested in knowing more about. So crystals have been used for centuries. They first appear in the Bible as part of one of the saints or somebody's breastplate, and that is sort of the origins of birthstones. So they have been used by humans across multiple cultures for centuries for healing, protection, amplification, good luck, good fortune, power, shielding. They've always had this pull with humans. We've always used them, and in fact in technology lots of our mobile phones, computers are powered by crystal power. The theory is how they work, and whether you believe this or not, there's something about this that has almost got a placebo effect. Like everything in the universe, they vibrate. So it's believed that vibration is kind of the key to life, and that we're all thrumming and humming on some kind of frequency. Human vibrations, or our aura you could say, are quite messy and fluid because we're organic and made up of all kind of mush and we've got all our emotions, so we're constantly changing and fluctuating. Whereas crystals have a very geometric, symmetrical, crystalline interior structure, so their vibrations are very ordered and powerful, and when they come into close proximity with our aura, we almost start to sort of tune in and synchronize, and their vibration synchronizes with ours and kind of evens us out. So depending on what that crystal's property is, it might be a protector or an amplifier or an attractor, it will affect our aura and do something to us. Often not with an immediate effect. It's a bit like vitamins. You've got to take them for 3 months and kind of have them around you to notice that difference. And it's a subtle difference, but it's nice. It's a nice thought, isn't it? And I don't know if I fully believe it or not, or whether I have to believe it or not, but I just like doing it anyway. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about them, and then I was going to share with you some of my crystal collection and tell you a little bit about them and see whether you would like to start your own crystal collection too. So the first thing is, it doesn't matter how big they are or what kind of crystals you get. You can buy them in jewellery, you can buy them as big massive shards and hunks of them, little tiny chippings. They can be in their raw state, they could be polished, they could be in a sort of tumbled stone that you hold in your hand. It doesn't really matter, the size isn't important, they still possess that unique vibration. Top tip, if you really wanted to amplify whatever that crystal is supposed to do for you, put it next to a piece of clear quartz. Clear quartz is like the ubiquitous crystal. It does everything. It cleanses, it enhances it, but it's a very good amplifier. So put next to any other crystal, it will kind of sonic boom that crystal's power. Cleansing and activating your crystals is something that you need to do and think about, because they are almost a bit like a battery. So whatever power they have, over time it will drain and need to be recharged. And cleansing, because they are a sort of an aura emitter, they will also absorb whatever is around them or whoever has handled them. So it's good to clean them too. Now, cleaning, you could bury them in the ground, you could put them in sunlight, you could run them under a running tap, you could put them in sand, you could sage them or smoke cleanse them, you could breathe on them and put an intention of cleansing into them. I think the easiest thing to do, and what I do with mine, is I just pop them on the windowsill for an hour every now and again, and that both cleanses and activates them. It charges them, it gets them thrumming again on their sort of optimum frequency, ready for you to use. How do you use them? Well, the easiest thing is to wear them as jewellery, which is what most of mine are, but I also quite like palm stones, like these little things, because you can put them in your pocket, you can have them in your hand. Sometimes I do presenting and lecturing and I get so nervous. Ooh. And I just like to have a piece of crystal in my hand and just sort of roll it around. And again, is it placebo? I don't know, because I also like messing about with blue tack when I'm nervous. I've got blue tack all over the house and in most of my pockets. I just enjoy it. But we digress. You can have them on your desk. Some people even put some of them in your fridge. Something like, oh, I'd got some, where's it gone? Selenite, which is quite a cleansing, detoxifying crystal. Some crystals that sort of help you keep your willpower and make good choices, well, keep them in the kitchen cupboard where all the snacks are. You can put them in your bath or around your bath when you're having a bath. You can put them under your pillow, under your mattress, next to your bedside table. My sister always has one in her bra for some reason. She has different crystals for each day depending on what's going on at work and puts them in various places. You can meditate with them. And a lot of people then will use chakras, so middle of the forehead, the throat, the heart, the sacral, the root, the feet, and match sort of the theme of the meditation, or what they're trying to do. Are they trying to relax? Are they trying to have ideas? Are they trying to work through something? Are they trying to understand something? Pick a relevant crystal, pick a relevant chakra, and off you go. Or you could just hold it, your crystal, in your hands as you sort of drift away. They do say you should hold it in your left hand, left to receive. So, I think that's a little mini introduction. I will now share with you some of my crystals. Now, they say the first crystal that you should probably have is a clear quartz, because it kind of does everything and it really hardly ever needs cleaning or activating. It's just a very easy crystal to use and they look really nice. I've got one in a necklace, but I didn't bring it downstairs. The next one, and I bet most of you have had one of these or have got one somewhere, is a rose quartz. Oh, rose quartz is lovely. It's like the crystal hug. It's a soother, a healer, a comforter. Very connected to love and relationships, romance, draw people to you, keep people with you, heal when they've gone. But it's sort of it's a little crystal therapist, but in a very soft, loving, healing way. So rose quartz, and again, doesn't need much cleaning, is another good one. Now, one of my favourites, and I've got it in a ring, and I have it as a pendant, which would go on a chain, but I've got another one on the chain, is amethyst. I really like amethyst. I'm a Gemini and I have a feeling in some things it might be one of my star sign stones. But amethyst does all sorts of things like most of them. Good for sort of psychic power and opening up your insight and inspiration and creativity. It's also a good one for keeping you on the straight and narrow. I think the ancient Greeks used to call it the wine stone or something because it's purple. It's kind of good if you know that you're prone to bad habits and you need keeping on track. And again, like, they all do more than one thing. This is where it gets sometimes a bit woolly, a bit confusing. You read different books and it kind of gets to the point you think all the crystals just do everything. And amethyst is a bit of an all-rounder, and it's a pretty one as well. Now, this is one of my favourite pieces of jewellery. This is all bone arrow. Smoky quartz, my big shard of smoky quartz, really. This is a very grounding, protecting, bringing you back down to earth, getting things in perspective, helping you cope with things. So I wear this necklace a lot, and it's a really, because it's a shard, it's really nice to hold and feel it almost pulsing and feel it giving you that protection and just calming you down, sort of stop the spiralling and the overthinking and all the kind of catastrophizing. Just come back down to earth and ground yourself and breathe. So it's a very good meditation one, and just a good one to wear all the time. And just as you're going around your day and stuff's going here, there and everywhere, you're just grounded and calm. Another of my favourites is onyx. This is a ring. And in fact, my dad died last year, and my friend made these two for me. And when he was poorly, I wore them, and I found comfort in them. And I think it was at that point that I thought, do you know, I like crystals. I'm going to do more with them. But onyx is for strength. I think Roman soldiers would wear it when they went into battle, and I kept thinking that when my dad was poorly, you know, if this is a real courage, bravery, strength, resilience, stay strong, keep going. And I would sort of hold this ring and just feel its kind of power coursing through me. I'm a bit weird. I've got two very pretty little rings, moonstone. Moonstone's very nice for kind of creativity, imagination, third eye, psychic powers, seeing things, going into another realm. It's a bit of a fairy one, so I like that. Tiger's eye, small but powerful. Tiger's eye is a real good fortune, attract abundance and prosperity. Whatever you perceive as being prosperity and success and wealth, and then tiger's eye will attract it to you. Labradorite, very pretty stone, love this. And this is another kind of truth, intuition, self-awareness, inner knowledge, meditation one. And because it's a nice palm size thing, it's another one that I'll sort of have in my hand when I'm having a little, I mean, I call it meditating. I think it's more like a power nap. Last but not least is, I wrote an article about this recently. In fact, it will be in the link in the post. Everyone's going mad for this on TikTok at the moment, all the baby witches. Moldavite. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's probably the most expensive and rare crystal. We've only probably got another 10 years of it being available in the world, and then it will go all together. And look how small that piece is, but that's all it needs. You don't need a lot. I haven't even dared use this yet because on TikTok people have been going whoppy with it. Moldavite comes from a certain place in Germany because 14 million years ago, bear with me, an asteroid landed on what sort of the Czech Republic, and as it landed and blew up, pieces of the earth fused with pieces of the asteroid and the space dust and formed this new, it's a glass actually, and it got flung miles and miles away, and that's what formed Moldavite. And I think there was something like, it was the Moldar Valley or something. But what makes this unique, therefore, is that it's a blend of earth and space. So it vibrates on a high frequency. And if you meditate with it, it is it's an astral projection aid. I've got to try that. But it also, and this is what people have been struggling with, it zooms you straight into the source of whatever your greatest trauma or pain is. Whether you want to face it or not, it will all come to the surface for you to deal with. So people have been having real shadow self and inner child healing sessions using Moldavite as a kind of aid. What I would say, if you're going to do that, is pair it with something really nice like rose quartz or your smoky quartz to kind of ground you and keep you calm as you face your demons. So, well, that was all a bit random, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed that introduction to crystals and my little crystal collection. And, well, I wish you a very sunny, happy and healthy week ahead.